Greetings, family. Welcome to the first episode of Paths We Talk. At least I hope, if the name's available. This episode of Paths We Talk, aka the first one, I don't know if you've heard, it features my good friend Diego Bado. Diego's a bartender who worked at a fucking tremendous restaurant in the city when things were all normal. There he learned about fucking tequila and agave, took his knowledge to the next level, and fucking made some tremendous drinks. You can take it from me. I wanted to get him on the podcast first of all, because I'm living with him, so obviously we're not gonna have fucking Ryan Reynolds on the podcast yet, but also because fuck man, like I wanted to get a bartender on, and it just so happens that one sort of fell into my lap during this whole quarantine. So yeah, I wanted to give you guys a sort of first-hand experience of what it's like to be behind the bar, for those who haven't, and maybe for those who have, you can sit back and laugh a bit. But fuck man, Diego flipped this podcast around and started interviewing me, so we've got a bit of bartending and a bit of fucking wannabe filmmaker in here. Now, when we were actually recording the podcast, I tried to give a quick word to our sponsor, but I fucking, I'm still pretty new at this, so my nerves sort of took over, and I was like, no, I'm going to bitch out. I'm not going to do that because Diego's here. He's going to make fun of me. But, I'm here now. We're going to do this now. Quick shout out to our sponsor, Off It, man. You guys are stuck at home right now, probably fucking thinking about masturbating. Listen, I know it's a fucking tough quarter as this, but you gotta fucking do it. And you know what? Offit is here to help you. Head on over to Offit, fucking put in our code PARS, They're gonna give you fucking tremendous deals on their products, man. Products to help you stop masturbating. Fuck, man. If you haven't heard of this product, I don't know where the fuck you've been. But the anti-masturbation cross, that's right. Fucking Jimmy from the store's gonna come over. He's gonna nail you, strap you to the anti-masturbation cross. Don't worry, it's all clean. No one masturbates when they're inside. The fucking idea is that with your arm strapped to the fucking cross, you can't touch your ding dong. Now listen, I know what you're thinking. Being tied up makes you like even more horny. That's fine too, man. These guys also have photos of ugly people featuring me. You got a fucking BDSM fetish? That's fine, man. Don't get the cross, get the photos. 50% off right now. Type in the code PARS. Give it up for Diego. But anyway, you're here now. What does it take to get nominated as one of the best restaurant bars in Sydney?
I think it's the effort that everyone's put in the restaurant. Like, not just the owners.
Yeah.
But the staff as well.
Yeah.
And the love of the people, I feel.
Do you do you think, like, in that sort of competition or whatever, that, like, is the restaurant and the food like a part of it, or is it just the bartending, just the alcohol, the drinks?
No, in this case was probably the food.
Oh, really?
The food and the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
More than the drinks.
Oh, I thought it was like when it was like best restaurant bar, I was like, all right, it's a bar that's like part of a restaurant and they're the best sort of thing.
So the thing with Chula is probably more than a restaurant, than a bar.
Yeah.
More than a restaurant. Yeah, it's a cool restaurant with the nicest bar in the city.
Yeah.
But the bar is not the main thing in this case.
Yeah.
So the food comes first now in this particular restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a restaurant. Where you can see in other restaurants in the area that probably the food is not the number one or is not so important, but the drinks are.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
Here, since they started, the main focus was the food.
Yeah.
They didn't. The previous bar manager, yeah, he did a good job, a good wine program, cocktail program, and also being a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
The huge selection of tequila and Mexican spirit. Um, but again, like people didn't go there for drinks.
Yeah.
They didn't go there for margarita, right? They
I
were
don't know, man. Every time I went there, it was pretty much for drinks. Like, the first time I went with my mom, so it was like, all right, obviously I'm not gonna like drink like too much, but like every other time, all I ordered was like the chips, and then just like it was all about the drinks after that.
yeah. I mean, there's people that they just go there for cocktails
Yeah,
and they order a little bit of food.
yeah,
But mainly our customers are they go for the food, the tacos, and all the deliciousness that the chefs they always cook.
yeah,
But since I took over as a bar manager, we were trying to push hard
yeah,
the drinks, trying to do more trainings with the floor staff
yeah,
to upsell
yeah.
seasonal cocktails, or the wine,
Oh, yeah,
all the things that I was taught or I was thought to do it. But we didn't do it before for some reason. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
And now, well, before, I was pushing hard, especially during the weekend,
yeah,
that we are, it's the busiest time for us, the busiest during the week. So you can sell more things, right?
yeah,
But yeah, it like for us being nominated, like as we had two nominations was best tequila bar
yeah.
in
Okay.
Australia,
Oh fuck.
yeah,
Wow.
and best bar food,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
same in Australia.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's pretty sick being nominated and going to the awards and all the people like recognize you like, oh,
Oh,
you
wow.
guys are from Chola.
I didn't even know there was like an awards thing.
Yeah, there is.
Shit. What was
It's
that
pretty
like?
big.
Was it in like Sydney or?
Yeah, it's in Sydney. It's in the city. Like they do different locations. Or I think I don't know. It was the first time that I was nominated and
Yeah.
I went there just to see.
What's it like? Is it like a little, like is it like a little building with like, I don't know, like, what is it like a huge spread or like a little thing?
No, it's huge actually.
Yeah.
Like
Do they have one of those walls where like people take photos in front of?
Uh, I didn't see any. No, not this one.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, no. Like it's like huge receptions with like 5 or 6 stands with cocktails, like sponsors.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you have you can try different drinks,
Yeah.
right? Different cocktails from products or the sponsors like Bacardi,
Yeah.
all that kind of things. And then you have the dinner, the awards. That's pretty fun. You have the after party,
Dude.
2, 3 after parties.
2, 3 after parties.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's mainly for the bars,
Yeah.
but it's awesome that a restaurant like Chula, it's considering
Yeah. Yeah.
a good bar.
Yeah. Well, like I mean, it's like I don't know. I've never really paid too much attention to tequila specifically. So it was weird. Like I went to Chula and then I'm seeing all the tequila there, and then we went to like buy some tequila later, like you, me, and Lauda, and you guys couldn't like find what was in the restaurant. Like, you couldn't even find it on the shelf.
Yeah, you can't. You can't find it.
That's how do you go about getting that? Like maybe it's like a bit easier in Mexico, but if you're in Australia and you want this like range of alcohol from like a country that even like the normal bottle shop like doesn't have, how do you? What's the process of like getting that like weird fancy exotic stuff?
Well, for a restaurant or bar, it's easy because you have all the suppliers, and you just not buy one, right?
Yeah.
Buy like 2, 3. So it's easy for us to have like pretty much all the tequila bars in Sydney.
Yeah.
They have the same things, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Tio's,
Yeah.
which is at the tequila bar in Sydney, or OK Cantina,
Yeah.
maybe not OK Cantina, but Restaurant Mexico or Barrio Cellar,
Yeah.
they have pretty much the same
Yeah.
like us we do,
Gotcha.
because suppliers and
What's a supplier?
the difference, they're like 3 or 4 different suppliers.
Oh, I don't even like under like. Could I buy from a supplier like from my house or like?
There's some cases, yeah, the probably the small ones.
Yeah.
It's not like they struggle, right?
Yeah.
It's not a big company,
Yeah. Yeah.
so they need to move stock. So there's 1 or 2 that you can actually go into the website and buy it.
Oh, okay. So it's like
Yeah.
like an online shop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. It's not like a guy that's like you have to know the guy, and if you don't know the guy, then like that's too bad. Like.
Well, pretty much, yeah. Because if you're not aware of that company,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
I gotcha.
like people when they used to ask me like, oh, where can I buy this bottle? Like, oh, just go online to this website and just buy it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like, oh, I can't tell you. It's a secret. Nah, it's not like that, man.
Okay. Gotcha.
Unless there is a very rare thing,
Yeah.
maybe. But like, if you don't want to know, if you don't want to tell people where you get this specific product because it's like your signature, maybe. But it's really rare.
Gotcha. Okay.
And here in Sydney or Australia, everyone knows each other,
Yeah.
like in a bartender scene and restaurant,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's not that you can hide something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone knows.
I get you.
Or yeah, it's like a big small family
Yeah.
of bartenders and drinkers.
Yeah, I notice if I ever add like one bartender, then like on Facebook, like I'll look at their mutual friends and they always have like someone else that's a bartender added.
Yeah.
Like or like for example, I went out with you to like that pub once and there was like 2 or 3 other bartenders there, like from other places,
Yeah.
and you guys all knew each other. Like you guys were all just customers that day, sort of thing. But you guys knew each other.
Yeah, it's
Coincidence.
I think it's like it comes with probably support
Yeah.
the other small businesses. You know, like go there and buy a beer, buy a cocktail,
Yeah.
maybe have some food, spread the word.
Yeah.
'Cause most of them they're small
Yeah.
small bars. It's not like a big group of like Maribel.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care if they're always full. Maribel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they don't. I don't think that they struggle.
Yeah.
And if they do, they just put 50% discount and all the stuff from Maribel around.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. So yeah, it's like you start like knowing, especially if you work in the city.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because there's like 5 or 6 bar within, I don't know, like really
Yeah.
nearby. So and one guy takes his break, 30 minutes break,
Yeah.
go to the other bar, have one beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Damn. Damn.
That's what you do in the city. Man, it's just like friendship.
Yeah.
Start building a friendship.
Mad. So like these smaller bars, like I don't know, man. Like personally, going to like a smaller bar, or like I don't like Chula. Chula's like a pretty big restaurant, I guess, but like they're not. There's not like 100 docket machines like printing like drink orders, and you're not just pumping drinks out. Like if you there's like a bit of downtime between drinks, and I don't know, I feel like those places, if I consider them small, like whenever I've been to like one of those small places, I always feel like I'm getting something like a bit more unique, or like a bit more time has been put into the thought of it, for example, or like Fuck, I don't even know. I lost what I was trying to say. I
Nah,
don't even know.
I think like, yeah, 100%. Like when you go to a specific cocktail bar,
Yeah,
uh, like the menu is not like they make their own syrups.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like they buy sometimes they batch the cocktails just to make it like equal every time.
yeah,
You know, like try to have a consistency.
yeah,
Or you go there because you know that these guys they use the best I don't know the best rum,
yeah.
like a good rum to make
Yeah,
to
exactly.
make rum cocktails, right?
Yes, yeah,
And you know which bars or which big venues,
yeah,
usually because they have like high volume,
yeah.
they need to use something very cheap
Uh, because
to
of the high
make money,
volume. Oh, to make money. Gotcha, gotcha.
you know.
Yeah,
So they compromise the quality with the to just to get more money,
yeah,
and usually they use like shitty tequila,
yeah,
shitty rum, shitty whiskey. Like when you're at when you say shitty because you're used to get good rum
yeah,
in a cocktail or good
yeah,
whiskey in other bars.
yeah,
Yeah, you will pay like maybe like
yeah.
$2 extra, but it's worth it.
Yeah, that's actually that's where I was getting at. It's like if you go to it's weird. Every time I've gone to a small place, I've like seen weird things that like I haven't been able to like that I haven't seen anywhere else on the shelf. But like obviously, if I go to like the pub down the road, like I know all the spirits that are like I actually know all the names. But if I like I don't know, man. I probably knew like two brands of like tequila before I went to Chula, and actually I still don't know anymore. But like, it was nice going and experiencing and tasting things that like I hadn't tasted like before at all, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think Chula it's a good opportunity to know things
Yeah,
that you or to try things that you
yeah,
never have ever tried, right?
yeah,
Because of the design of the bar, you can sit there, have food.
yeah,
No one is rushing you. You don't need to
yeah,
leave. It's
yeah,
not like when you get to the bar from a pub or something that you ordering from the bar, right?
yeah,
And you could, sometimes you can't sit there and have a chat with the bartender because
yeah.
there's no bar service.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what's it called? Like high volume. You know, it's just like pumping drinks out.
Yeah, correct.
Like if I just want to go chill, like it's like taste aside and like products aside, like it's nice. If I want to go and actually like enjoy a drink, it's nicer to just go to a place where it's like relaxed. Like I don't want to feel like I need to like order my drink and like the bartender has that weird look of like anxiety because there's like a line behind me and they have to like make my things so they can like hurry up and serve the guy behind me. It's I don't know like
Yeah. Personally, I don't like those places either.
yeah
Work and like go there to try a drink now
yeah
because it's not like I don't know like I'm not saying that you're gonna get a shit drink,
yeah.
but mostly it's like everything is pre-made or from a can or
You know what it is, man. I'm if there's always like if I am confident that I can do a better job like making the food or the cocktail or whatever it is that I'm going out to get, then I'd rather just do it at home, sort of thing. And like I can make like a standard drink.
Yeah.
You know, it's like so yeah, it's like I don't know if I'd order like a cocktail at like a place where I can probably get something like a little bit fancier and like just take a little bit more time and do it nicer. But yeah,
I mean it comes from the like I can do everything at home, right?
yeah,
But I don't have everything.
yes,
And also like bartenders or hospitality workers that they finish at 11 p.m., 12
Yeah.
p.m. They just want to relax, right?
for sure.
Like if you go like this is from I have talk with friends. Like when you finish work, if you go straight to home,
Yeah.
you still are like awake.
Yeah.
And you're gonna take a long time to fall asleep.
That's a good point.
Some people they just that's why they go. It's not the main reason, right? But you stop somewhere else.
Yeah.
Have one drink, two drink. By the time that you get home, you relax because you have the alcohol in you,
Yeah.
and you just go to bed, straight
Yeah.
to bed. Sometimes it helps.
I honestly I
It really helps.
like hearing you say that, like I just realized like not a big problem of mine, but like I used to always just be like, oh, I finished from work, I have to get the fuck out of here. I gotta go home. Like that's it. Like I don't want to be here now. But like the few jobs I had where it's like I can either stick around after my shift or like go do something with a workmate. Fuck. That I don't know, man. That's just so much better than like just rushing home. I don't know. It's
It also depend. I don't know. When I used to finish on Saturdays a little bit early, like 10:30 or 11 p.m.
yeah,
Yeah, I used to like like fucking get out of that place.
yeah,
But because I wanted to go to another bar
Yeah.
before they finish,
Yeah.
right? I wanted to see my friends. I wanted to see people on the bar. It's not because I wanted to go home.
yeah. Oh no, for me it was like I always wanted to go home, but like I just realized like I missed out on a bit sometimes.
Yeah, I mean it depends.
Yeah,
But the more you work in the industry, it's more the more you do it probably. Not every day, but maybe during the weekends.
yeah,
On the weekends. The rest, either you chill at work for a bit, after you cleaning or whatever, have a stuffy and go home.
yeah,
Also, it depends of like if you work in the city and live in the city, it's fine. You can walk
yeah.
home.
Oh, for sure.
But if you need to take the train or the bus,
Yeah.
it's a bit tricky over there.
All right, bro. I gotta ask you now. So I just want to get your sort of like idea behind this, and like I've been waiting to actually. There's a lot of shit that I've been waiting to talk to you about, and like I've like, cause we're living together now. Just like disclaimer because of the situation. But anyway, like there's so many things that I wanted to ask you about or talk to you about, but I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna ask him. I'm not gonna talk to him because then I'm just gonna be repeating myself on the podcast.
Yeah.
So it's like it's good to. I just want to get everything out of the way now.
Okay, cool.
So I can just like, what's it called? Be normal around you. Okay, so old fashions, like I was always like under the impression that you got to put like sugar, like crystals, I guess, like the actual sugar in the drink.
Yeah.
And like mix it with the actual sugar. Like you, or at least at Chula, it's like you guys make the old fashions with the syrup, and I wasn't expecting it to be. Like I wasn't expecting to enjoy it because I like how the drink evolves, I guess. But fuck, man, they're really fucking good. Like the Oaxaca old fashioned that I had at the Dandy old fashioned, they were so fucking good. And I was like, I don't know, I was a bit blown away because it was like not. I don't know why. I was just like so uptight about having actual grains of sugar in there. But yeah, what's the sort of philosophy behind not doing that?
I don't think. I mean, you can either. I think it comes to speed on the service. Because if you're having like you're doing middle of service and you have like different drinks,
Yeah,
4 or 5 old fashions
yeah,
that require sugar,
yeah,
you're not gonna use the sugar cubes
yeah,
because it's gonna take more time to crush it,
yeah,
and because you're doing it in a big tin or in a mixing glass,
yeah,
you're not gonna be able to probably crush all the sugar,
yeah.
and you're gonna take more time.
See,
I think that's when it comes to make sugar syrup because
Yeah.
you're gonna use that sugar syrup for many other cocktails.
yeah.
Um,
I always thought part of the appeal was that you're not going to crush all the sugar. Like you're going to leave some,
true.
like on purpose.
Yeah, but when it comes to probably pour the old fashioned into the glasses,
Yeah,
maybe one of them will get more sugar than the other one.
Okay, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also, I don't think that there's many cocktail bars nowadays that they use sugar cubes. One or two maybe
Gotcha.
when they have the time, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I stopped using it a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but a while ago.
Yeah. But fuck, the thing is, like, all right, for one, like, there was one of the old fashions, the sugar syrup was infused with, like, other flavors, which obviously you can't infuse, like, a sugar cube.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can, but, like, I don't see how. But fuck, man, even, like, actually, the Oaxaca old fashion had, like, agave syrup, did it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
All right, so either way, like, they were fucking delicious and they had syrup and I just wasn't expecting it.
Thanks.
Like, I wasn't expecting to just be so on board with it. I was like, maybe I've been doing this wrong all this time. Like, why am I using the fucking sugar grains if it's like, if this is so much, I don't know, if this is so good, like with the syrups.
I mean, probably it comes to the when you read a recipe from to make an old fashioned.
Yeah,
Yeah, the old recipe it will tell you to use a sugar cube.
yeah,
You know, put the sugar cube, put some bitters to start diluting or crushing the sugar a little bit, and then the bourbon, the whiskey. I think that was probably the easiest way to have the right amount of sugar
yeah.
and not
Gotcha.
using a bar spoon.
Yeah,
So probably that's why they start using sugar cubes.
yeah,
And when they start developing syrups,
yeah,
it's easy to use just 10,
yeah.
15 mils of sugar syrup.
Okay.
And it's gonna be the same sweet every time.
Yeah, yeah. You're not gonna like, yeah, gotcha. Like consistency.
Yeah, and if you're making 10 old fashioned,
Yeah,
well, it happened to me before.
Yeah.
You don't want to crush 10 sugar cubes
yeah, for sure.
or use sugar cubes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think syrups is make everything easier and faster.
Yeah.
For the service. That's probably one of the main reasons.
Okay, cool. Another thing, you've like made your own cocktails. Like you've come up with your own cocktails. What's like? Where do you start from? Like when you want to make your own cocktail, like why don't you just pour like 4 different spirits into like the thing, like 30 mils of each? Like how do you begin and not lose yourself in the craziness?
Well, it's a bit hard to make a cocktail, but I think the transition for me to be a bartender, it was that I was coming from the kitchen,
Yeah,
so it's quite similar. You know a few things, you can apply a few techniques into the cocktails.
yeah,
I had one or two bartenders that they taught me how to do things in a good way and in a bad way. You know, like how to make a syrup just with hot water, like not even boiling the sugar, or,
yeah,
you know, like in a different way. Then I start reading books and I start going out, I start drinking.
yeah,
So you know how it tastes cocktails, right?
yeah,
You know the flavor. And then you start like figuring out, oh, I want this flavor in this cocktail.
yeah,
Or I want it to taste like marzipan. You know, things like that.
yeah,
And then you start trying to do like try and error.
yeah,
And I mean, you really need to have palate,
Oh, okay.
like taste buds,
Yeah,
to recognize the layers in the cocktail. Because a cocktail can have like 3 or 4 different flavors.
yeah,
Not just like, oh, it tastes like fucking citrus,
yeah,
or it tastes like too much alcohol.
yeah,
You know, but like the bitterness, it can be bitter and sweet, and then all the if you put a fresh produce like a fruit or something,
yeah,
you need to be able to taste that and not that one being, because sometimes it's the main flavor,
yeah,
but sometimes can kill the cocktail
yeah,
if you put too much.
yeah,
So it's a little bit hard sometimes, but once that you start doing it, it's so simple. You know, like you just change one ingredient for the other, and that's it.
Yeah.
And once that you know the classic cocktails,
Yeah.
you can fuck around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it takes time, and for me, I think I'm lucky to do a few cocktails. Um, and the way that we have the kitchen like so close to us, or that we have we have access to some
Yeah.
products,
Gotcha.
it's really cool,
Yeah.
like really cool. And budget.
Yeah.
Always budget. Some place like small bars, they need to design the cocktails in a smart way. I mean, everyone should do it in a smart way, not to waste things.
Yeah.
But there's some
Oh, for sure.
there's some bars that they can like, oh yeah, that's alright. You can burn 500 mils of rum, and
Yeah.
it's not much deal. But there's some small bars that they cannot spend not even 30
Oh,
mils of something
Yeah.
just to play around.
Yeah.
You know, because that's waste.
Of course.
You lose money all the time. Big companies, maybe they don't care much,
Yeah.
or they have a little bit of a, like a margin to play around.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just going out, trying cocktails, reading books, watching videos sometimes. It gives you ideas
Yeah.
of what to make. Like, yeah, I think that's it for me now.
I mean, obviously, your time like in Australia is like coming to like the book is closing sort of thing, and you're gonna be going back to Mexico. I think you said, oh shit, no, it's still working. You said you might look into studying like obviously like you said you learned about like tequila and mezcal more when you came to Australia, but obviously you want to continue that in Mexico. If someone wants to like get into this stuff, apart from like going to a bar, how do they learn this stuff? Like how do you further your knowledge? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's a good example of this the latest bartender that we have in Chula
Yeah.
that we hire. We give him training. We start like, hey, this cocktail. Sorry, this you start with the spirits, right?
Yeah.
Or like the back bar, like, hey, you need to know the difference between a rum, gin, tequila, excuse me, whiskey, and how do you make those, right? How it's tequila made,
Yeah.
how is whiskey made out of, and then you start training that person with books, cocktails, videos, and like kind of like homework.
Yeah.
You know, like now you need to learn this, or now you need to learn that, or do some research on this. You know, you start like kind of like guiding that person.
Yeah.
And also it depends of if he or she wants to learn more.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you have these people like, nah, fuck it, like I know just the basic.
Yeah.
I just want this job because I want money to travel.
Yeah.
There are some people that they actually want to learn. They
Yeah.
actually want to know pretty much all the cocktails. They have history, you know, like a background a little bit, or like
Yeah.
funny facts or something.
For sure.
They want to learn those things so they can share with customers,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. And I think it's just like you never stop. You know, you continue learning and reading and doing, I don't know, research. And there's some people really are passionate about it.
Yeah.
That they actually like, if there's some guys that they like whiskey,
Yeah.
they go to distilleries
Yeah.
in Sydney. Or they actually even go and travel to Scotland.
Yeah.
You know, like they say like, fuck it, my next holidays, I'm not going to Bali,
Yeah.
I'm going to Scotland. And they go there, spend there maybe in uh, one or two distilleries, you know, and they know all the process. They can taste, they can see,
Yeah.
because that way you can share it with your customers.
Yeah.
You know, not just something that you read in a book.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you've been there. It's pretty cool.
Man, I gotta say, like when I first got out of uni, I had this like fucking idea that I was just gonna become like a bartender, and like I bought this book, and I really tried to read it, but it was almost like it was mathematics, like with distilling, and I couldn't get through it, but I think I don't know, man, it might have been close to fucking 7, 8 years later, like I actually was like a bartender and making cocktails and like immersing myself in it a bit more. And then I went back to read the book, and it just like it started to make a lot more sense,
Yeah.
and it started to fucking stick instead of just being like gibberish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting how that changes once you've like dipped your foot in the water, I guess.
Yeah, and I think now it's not easier, but definitely is. You have more access to things
Yeah.
like books or internet,
Yeah.
and it's easy to go to a bar and like maybe apply for a job and work just the weekend.
Yeah.
Before if you wanted to work in a bar and you have no experience at all,
Yeah. Yeah.
you need to start as a bar back, like, or glassy,
Yeah.
and then find your way to the bartender.
Yeah.
It's now the same, yes, but sometimes like you get away with maybe people take a course, like a
Yeah.
quick
Gotcha.
bartender course, but also you need to be really good at customer service,
Yeah.
because you're in a bar, you're face to face with a customer, and you are serving them.
Yeah.
If you have no patience, or if you're not good at it, even if you're a really good bartender,
Yeah.
you might suck at your job,
Yeah.
which has happened to me.
Oh fuck! I think it's
Yeah,
up to
like,
everyone in hospitality, man. Like, you have your moments, and I don't know. It's like, fuck. It's like looking back at it now, and like we're just talking about it. It's like, oh fuck. Like maybe I was like a bit of a dick sometimes, but you also think like, shit, that was a really weird situation, and like I don't have the heat of the situation like forcing me to react now. I'm like being more thoughtful about it, but in the fucking heat of the moment, I don't know, like you take things like the wrong way a lot more, because this person's like out on a like enjoying themselves, probably enjoying themselves if they're at the bar, like not like a cafe, maybe they're in a rush, but if they're at a bar, you expect that they're gonna be there like a little while, relax and be more chill. But obviously, if you're making like a drink every minute, and there's like a line, there's like a bit of pressure, and I don't know,
Yeah, also like this is something that probably people don't know. Well, they do know. So the bar, if it's during the week,
yeah,
I don't know. Sometimes if it's like medium size, small bar,
yeah,
you really need to have two two sides of the bar, right?
yeah,
One is gonna be your dispense,
yeah,
where you make the drinks for the whole restaurant,
yeah,
and sometimes the bar.
yeah,
And the other one is where you serve the people
yeah,
in that area. And usually, because it's all together and they don't know who is doing what,
yeah,
usually sometimes, and it's most of the time, the guy that is doing dispense, which is doing the whole dockets
Yeah.
for the whole bar, you get people coming in front of you asking you questions, and like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you making? And I'm like, dude, I'm like, I have fucking 20 cocktails
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make.
exactly.
I have no time to talk to you.
yeah,
But they don't know, and it's not their fault.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know? And so you still need to know. You need still able to talk with those people.
yeah,
To have a fucking smile on you and
yeah.
saying like, oh, just give me 1 second, I'll be with you.
Yeah, I
You know,
think
like-
like at
The
the
basics.
for sure. I mean, the thing is for me at least, like at the start of like I don't know, like if I'm at a new place, like I'm always like I'm feeling like some sort of pressure, and like until I develop that confidence, like I'm not gonna be able to say like I'm not gonna be able to say, hey, can you wait 1 minute, or like, hey, like you order drinks over there or something. Like I'm not gonna even have the confidence to tell the person and like let them know, and fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna oh fuck. Look, it essentially comes down to like I don't have the confidence yet to like deal with customers and tell them what to do and tell them things. Like I felt like when I first started hospitality, I felt like I was like a fucking servant essentially. It's like if someone tells me something, like I gotta listen to him. Like it wasn't until like later where it's like management and the customers are like giving me two different things, and it's like, oh, now I understand my position. Like I don't just listen to everyone. I like have one thing. I have a job to do, and like I do my fucking job. That's it. Like
Also comes with a time when you don't want to be a dick, right?
yeah,
With
yeah,
customers, but it's not like you're being rude or anything. It's just the customer is always right, but at the same time, you need to control your crowd.
exactly.
And
That's
there's some people that they don't know how to do it.
yeah,
There's people that they know how to do it
yeah,
very politely,
yeah,
and sometimes a little bit sarcastic. You need to be.
yeah,
And there's the other people that they're fucking dickheads,
yeah,
and they don't want to treat with you. They don't want to serve you.
yeah,
So it's like you need to find the balance in all of that.
yeah,
And be able to talk with the customer, like saying no in a way, like
yeah.
like grab a seat,
Exactly, for
like
sure.
those little things.
Yeah, man. Like
It takes time.
for sure.
Takes time to do it. Like as a new guy, you wanna serve everyone, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's just like you fucked yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Actually, yeah. You're bringing up memories now. I'm like I'm having visions to back to when I started. Like I just couldn't. Like I couldn't fucking. That confidence was just so non-existent. But then I don't know. Even working in hospitality, like longer and longer, didn't really help me. It wasn't until like I found a place where they were like, "No, Michael. Like this is your cafe as well. Like this is your fucking cafe. Like you got to take ownership, and you got to like if this guy's gonna fuck your like lineup, you got to deal with the situation." And just I don't know, you gotta politely tell him to go order over there, or you gotta just chat with him, or you just because he says I need this drink like now, it doesn't. He's not gonna get the drink now, and you gotta figure out the way to like to fucking deflect that because I mean now having worked in hospitality, it's probably easy for me to be more like empathetic of other hospitality workers, but maybe there's a lot of people that have never worked in hospitality, so
Yeah, true.
it's like maybe they're not even being dicks. It's just like they don't know.
Yeah,
Like why can't this guy make my drink? I don't know.
100%. It's always happened, and I don't. It happens a lot in hospitality, but I think in other jobs, same thing.
Yeah.
If you never work in a customer service,
Yeah, for sure.
you will never know
Yeah.
how to treat people.
Yeah. Exactly.
It doesn't matter if you have a fucking PhD on whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to treat people, the rest is useless.
Yeah, it's a really I don't know, definitely something overlooked. Definitely. And like a lot of jobs you're not really dealing with you're not dealing with customers, and B, you're not dealing with customers who you're giving food to. There's something weird where it's like if you're giving them food, it's like a different relationship to like if you're giving them like if you're fixing their fucking toilet. If their toilet broke and you're a plumber and you're coming to fix their toilet, it's like a different relationship.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so it's a sensitive sort of weird thing that I can't really explain any more than what I already have, but it's there. I think we all feel that.
It's a really nice. Like hospitality is really cool. Like I don't see like I used like I don't know 2 years ago maybe. I didn't see myself doing something else.
Yeah.
But I think because of what it happened to me, or I don't know, the moment that I was last year,
Yeah.
I was like myself, like, oh man, you know what? Like, fuck it. I'm not gonna jeopardize my mental health.
Yeah.
You know, I can. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if you are 30 or 40. You can always start over.
Yeah.
You know. So sometimes I feel like, no, yeah, I want to do hospital,
Yeah.
like hospital for life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said before, if I own a bar
Yeah.
or a restaurant, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
No matter what. But for someone else, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. I'd rather to invest that time, or yeah, that time in studying. You know, go back to school,
Yeah.
go back to do some research on the field.
Yeah.
Maybe work for a company like distilling company,
Yeah.
something like that. I'd rather to do that.
Yeah.
So it's still in the hospitality,
Yeah.
but different, in a different way,
Yeah.
different direction.
Yeah. Still using that knowledge, but it's like applying. Like, it's fucking weird, man. Like, even talking about what was the word of like the people that like suppliers is a
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it gets so much deeper because like there's a part of me that's like, oh, obviously you just go to Dan Murphy's and you just buy your booze there, and then you go to the bar and you make it, and then you serve the people. It's like there's a lot more steps that like I'm not even. It's hard to consider. Like, but yeah, I guess you got like a lot of other options, and you can apply your knowledge to other places as well.
Yeah, correct. Like some people would see the lifetime of a bartender being maybe waiter, and then become a bartender, then bar manager,
Yeah.
and then could be restaurant manager. But usually after the bar manager, people wants to be, or they, I don't know, like some friend says that they want to be brand rep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You know, brand rep, and then maybe a supplier,
Yeah.
or create a brand, or create something. That's probably in general how you see bartenders, how they've been doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, so maybe those are the steps. You know, like after a bartender, like, and after being bar manager, okay, my next step is being a brand rep.
Yeah.
You know already how to make drinks. You've been behind the bar for a few years,
Yeah.
and then you have all these connections. You can work for big companies, small companies, moving that product, you know, traveling,
Yeah.
drinking for free. But yeah, man, it depends what you want to do, like behind the bar now.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'd rather to spend more time in doing research,
Yeah.
you know, behind what is tequila and where it comes from, and maybe not to develop a product, but like the conservation of that the agave plant,
Yeah.
those kind of things. I rather to go on that direction.
Yeah. I think Lauda came home one day and was talking to me about that. I don't know, maybe there was like a seminar or something. Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than I thought. Even that, it's like tequila or mezcal is made from, I don't know, what is it, 51% agave or
It has to be 100%.
100%? Okay. And it has to be made in Mexico, otherwise it's not.
Correct.
Yeah. But there's different types of agave.
Yes. So at the moment there is. I haven't checked lately, but it's 25 close to 27 different kind of agave
Yeah.
that you can make mezcal.
Yeah.
And one of those agaves is the blue agave,
Yeah.
where you make tequila.
Yeah.
And there's like almost 200 something different kind of agave plants. But those plants you can't make or you can't distill something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it because it's like the sugar content in the plant or something?
It's kind of like comes where they never used it before, or you can't, or they don't produce anything.
Yeah.
They're just plants.
Yeah.
They don't have anything,
Yeah.
or the juice that they produce is not drinkable, or they actually don't produce anything. And now there's some regulations, so now you use this from this,
Yeah.
so that's it.
And Laura was also telling me that, like, I think this was like a problem with bananas. Like, I know more about bananas, but like the the bananas that we eat, it's like genetically they're all the same. Do you know what I mean? Like the plant doesn't evolve. It's just like a branch is cut and then it's like replanted.
Okay.
So it's like every tree is the same. So if there's like one disease that like comes, because the plant is all the same, it has like if one plant dies, it's like every plant will die, and it's easy to spread, and like you lose big batches of crops because it's not like the tree isn't having children; it's just making clones.
Yep.
Is from what I heard or from what I understood, is that like something similar with agave? It's like
Now, yes, but before, well, this is something that you really need to, I need to study, right?
yeah,
Because probably there is agave since, I don't know, 2,000 years ago.
yeah,
Like there's always been agave plants.
yeah,
And the ancient Mexicans or indigenous, they used to make a fermented drink out of the agave plants.
yeah,
And when the Spanish came, they taught them how to do the tequila, or how to distill it, right?
yeah,
Because we didn't know, or the Mexicans didn't know how to boil or how to distill.
yeah.
So we used to use the sap, right?
Gotcha.
But I don't know if they knew how to clone it.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
I mean, they knew agriculture,
Yeah.
but because the agave, you have tons of agave in Mexico.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't need to know. You didn't need to have to like replant it
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Exactly.
You get it
yeah.
from the wild.
Exactly.
But now, because we want to preserve many species, you don't clone it,
Yeah.
but you do, right? So I think the way it works is by seed.
Seed. Yeah.
That's one, or because also the agave reproduce sexual.
Yeah.
That one doesn't. I don't know exactly how to explain it,
Okay.
but you get the little one
Yeah.
that it grows next to it,
Yeah.
and then you take it from there and you replant it on the other, like
Gotcha.
a bit further.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, that I want to learn now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I know how to make the drinks. I know a few agave plants, but I want to know the structure. I want to know the preservation, or I want to know the species.
Yeah.
I want to know more the chemical compound, or
Yeah.
more biology of the plant. So now there is two kind of agave. It's wild agave, semi-cultivated,
Yeah.
or cultivated agave that it grows in a nursery
Yeah.
and then put it back on the field. So, and it's a way to preserve or conserve the agave. Otherwise, it's gonna at some point it's gonna finish. It's gonna end everything because it takes. It's not like to make whiskey that you make it with a grain. Because at that agave plant, it takes 7 years at least to grow and mature.
Yeah.
So imagine finishing everything and you won't be able to have during 7 years something.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good thing, good innovation that people in Mexico they're doing it at the moment, like conserve, just to preserve the species.
Yeah.
Something that I really wanna go into it.
Yeah.
And because the way it is, the agave it doesn't need much water.
Okay.
Now, yeah, it's been struggling to grow, but they adapt.
Yeah.
The environment. Some of them they have during those 7-10 years, they have high temperatures, low temperatures, rain, no rain, cold, heat. So it's kind of like similar to the cactus,
Yeah.
Also it fights
Yeah.
or it adapts to the environment. It's not like any other, like the plantains or bananas
Yeah.
that it can get fucked for some disease.
Yeah.
These things they don't do fertilize, so it's organic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck, dude. All right. I had so much stuff going through my head, and like, I feel like I'm like taking this too seriously now, and I'm like, it's all like disappeared because I'm like, you have to ask professional questions.
No, you don't need to, man.
Fuck, man. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's something that I really want to know more of the topic.
I'm trying to think of other alcohols that are like exclusive to countries or to regions, I should say.
There are a few.
Yeah. I'm thinking champagne
Yeah.
and what's Hennessy? I'm fucking forgetting right now.
There is cognac.
Cognac, yeah, that's it. Cognac. Are there any other? How many more? Is this like a common thing? Like every country has their own fucking protected alcohol that like no one else can make.
Some, yes, like champagne or whiskey. Like whiskey from Scotland.
Scotch.
They had their own regulations.
Yeah.
Same like bourbon
Yeah.
from America. Australia, they don't
You don't
really
do
care.
shit, man.
It's ready when it's ready.
Yeah.
Tequila and mezcal, obviously, they're protected.
Yeah. Fuck, what would you call? So if we like grew agave here and we made like a spirit from it, what would it be called?
Agave spirit.
Agave spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
You can really get in really big trouble
Yeah.
if you call it mezcal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do it. There's some friends doing it in deep in the mountains in New South Wales. They're growing
Yeah.
agaves now.
Yeah.
Well, they had agaves on the backyard,
Gotcha.
and they were like doing some research, and they found out what kind of species it was, and they said like, okay, so let's try to make it.
Yeah.
So they start doing it.
Yeah.
It's an agave americana. Because of the law in Australia, like it's really sad that agave spirit is not that punchy, because they can only distill it at 30%.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And usually mezcal from Mexico is like 40,
Yeah.
above 40.
Yeah.
So you really need those 10%
Fuck.
to have that taste.
Fuck, that's interesting. I didn't even know that actually.
Yeah, it's quite funny, man. Like the government here, I don't know much
Yeah.
because I didn't grow up here
Yeah.
and I never work in this industry just now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know the laws in here. Like I didn't know much laws, and especially about spirits.
Yeah.
Well, I have to make spirits and everything. You need to pay. It's one of the countries that you pay the highest tax.
Yes.
Not even America or Europe.
Yeah.
Like Australia is so expensive, and the money that producers get, it's not that much.
Yeah.
You know, you don't. It's the government that they have all the take.
Yeah.
So if you wanted, I think if you want to, you need to by law.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, it has to be 30.
Yeah.
And if it's more, you pay more tax.
Oh, if it's more, you pay more tax.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not allowed.
No, you're allowed,
okay,
but you as a company, as a producer, you need to pay them more.
Damn. I remember, actually, like, this is bringing up memories. I remember, like, back in the day, whenever one of my uncles would go overseas, he'd always bring back Southern Comfort from overseas because it was, like, a higher percentage of alcohol than you could buy here.
Yeah.
And I was, like, that was the only way you could get it. You'd have to go overseas, buy it, put it in your luggage, and then bring it over. But, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess that's what's going to be available in store, right? Just, like, make it cheaper for everyone. But that's interesting that it's legal. It's just, like, there's different tax brackets on it.
Yeah, man.
And fucking distill. Yeah, it's like when you get a new job and you hit that, like, new tax bracket, except for alcohol.
Yeah, correct.
Shit, there was something else that I totally just remembered, but now I forgot. Fuck, man. I gotta have a notebook. It's
I told you.
that's the one. Yeah, I know, man. It was so easy that we did a practice one. It was so fucking easy. I was just like you almost couldn't stop. You guys were like skeptical that we were gonna go like so long. I was like, no, we're going 2 hours at least, and we went 2 hours easy. Like,
Yeah, you can just keep talking and discussing topics, but
yeah,
like I feel like I don't know, like Laura said, you need to have kind of like a, you know, like where you wanna be,
yeah,
especially here, like if it's like I don't know, if we're gonna talk about like a certain topic,
yeah,
like here, I mean me as well, I get lost if I didn't study that,
yeah,
or if you're not an expert.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was like, no, I'm just disappointed now because I'm like I'm happy to just like talk and chat.
Yeah.
But there were actually a few things that I wanted to ask, and the thing is like and talk about, and they've been in my head like every time I'm seeing you, they're in my head. I'm like, no, save that for later, and like now we're talking about it, and it's like, nah, it's like it's gone.
Well, I didn't study journalism, right?
Yeah.
But I believe like podcast, yeah, it's more like free. But you need to have some questions, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't want
Like,
it to
write
be
it
an
down.
interview, you know? Like I want it to be like a conversation. So I think I feel by like having questions, it's like I'm making you not having a conversation with me.
I understand that. But having like how do you call it? Maybe no questions. Like yeah, you will ask me some questions, right? Like, but maybe it's just having like a cheat.
Topics or something?
Yeah,
Like,
you know, like talk about like and it's like oh yeah, I wanna ask this or let's talk about this.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like.
You know what? I'm going to take this advice on board. I've learned a lot. I think this is a pretty good first episode.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it is.
You know, we'll watch episode 50 and we'll be like, fuck, look at Michael. He can
Yeah.
talk and stuff now.
I mean, I don't want to be like because it's your show, it's your program.
It's our show. It's everyone's show. It's a family show.
Yeah, it's a. But I don't want to be like just me talking because maybe there's something that you don't want to know.
What? No, dude, it's I literally just want to
Or-
talk to you. This is actually half of this is just like an excuse to talk to people. Not to talk to people, but
Yeah.
like to like we've been talking for like 1 hour, okay? Like if I told my friend, "Hey, come over, let's hang out," and like inside I wanted to like have a conversation like this,
Yeah.
we're probably not gonna have a conversation like this. Like it's gonna take a while to get to the space where we're talking like back and forth, and it's like you understand that I want to know what you're saying, and like we're happy to just riff. Like we're not bullshitting. We're like talking.
Yeah.
But if I say, "Hey, come over, we're gonna do a podcast," it's like now you understand like it's a podcast. Like it's like we're having like professional conversation, but it's like this style of conversation. Like I generally always prefer like whether it's like being recorded or not. Like I want to talk
Yeah.
like this to people. Do you know what I
Oh
mean?
no, I mean, I think that's, I don't know. And then like now I see or listen more podcasts
Yeah.
because you have more options, right? Like Spotify, iTunes,
Yeah.
YouTube, and before it was only iTunes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most of the podcasts, like for me, when I was back in Mexico, they were only in English,
Yeah.
and most of the like good ones, they're like scientific,
Yep.
like science, which is good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Of course.
There's many things that I didn't understand back then. And then there's like comedy, and it's like kind of like fucking jokes and shit. They start coming up in Spanish, but they weren't good enough,
Yeah.
and they were like one or two. But it was the same people that they were doing radio,
Yeah.
which I like it.
Yeah.
But it was like you can feel like a big step from the radio to the podcast
Yeah.
because they kind of like they have more freedom and they don't have cuts,
Yes, of course.
you know,
exactly.
and they can do whatever they want. like,
Exactly.
they can have like good content and like kind of like a mini episode, so
Yeah.
like a kind of like a TV show,
Yeah.
but doing in a podcast.
Yeah. It's like
That was before.
yeah.
Now what I've seen in some podcasts is some, especially the one in Mexico, is they have different guests.
Yeah.
I don't know, like now comedians they're doing podcasts,
Of course. Yeah. It's huge with comedians.
and if they have friends, it's always you see every stand-up comedian they have a podcast,
Yeah.
and you see this guy over here, and you just see them in the other show,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's always the same. And I like it, but at the same time, I'm not seeing anything new.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, they say like, oh, now we're gonna talk about like relationships.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. It's like you said, it like just having friends
Yeah.
come over and just having a conversation,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
But there's some other podcasts that when you interview people, maybe, or when you want to know about something
Yeah.
specific, I think that's the podcast that I really want to hear
Yeah.
or want to listen. The rest is just like for me comedy,
Yeah.
you know, comedy content, like fun.
Yeah.
I'm not really into science
Yeah.
at the moment. I don't know why. I should.
Man, I sort of like I don't want to compare it to science, but I've been like trying to like find a good writing podcast.
Yeah.
But they're almost too scientific. If you get what I'm saying, like I want you to teach me, but I also want you to just talk amongst yourselves, and I just want to listen. Like I want to learn through what you're saying. Like I don't want to learn. Like I don't want you to tell me what I could be reading.
Yeah, true.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm like now that this is the second podcast that I'm in.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. And I was telling Laura like, hey man, before when I was in school, like high school, uni, I was the shyest.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to do fucking group assignments. I don't want to be in front of the class doing a presentation because I can't talk.
Yeah.
After uni,
Yeah.
you start working,
Yeah.
and you need to talk with people, right? You can't be shy.
Yeah.
And but I think for some people it's natural.
Yeah.
Like you need to have that. You need to have that job experience.
Yeah.
So you kind of like know now what you want to do.
Exactly, man. It's like a real world experience.
Yeah.
Like, because before you go out and work, it's like all these people are like telling you, yeah, you're this and you're that, and like you study, and maybe you're the best fucking student ever, but it's so fucking weird. Like when you get out there into the real world and you're just like, I'm not in the simulation anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
correct.
I'm like, I'm in a reality. I'm like in reality. It's fucking, and you lose that. Like maybe you were so confident, like studying or like doing this one thing, but like now you've got to just fucking, oh, where the fuck are we? I don't even know, but it's like it doesn't translate. Like being good at one thing, like does like study or like the things that come early in life, it doesn't fucking translate to like having confidence and being able to talk to people.
That's 100%. My economic teacher always used to say, and it was an example, right? It's either you wanna be a 10 student,
Yeah.
and you're gonna sacrifice your nightlife,
Yeah.
right? Or you wanna go out, but you're not gonna be a 10 student, obviously. You're sacrificing that. But it's these people that I saw during these 2 years of exchange,
Yeah.
always in the fucking computer lab, library,
Yeah.
studying, having the best, 10, whatever. And then this last time when it was this party, you see them over there.
Yeah.
And it kind of like it was weird to see these people in that party because they don't feel confident
Yeah.
in the last party that you're gonna have during the uni.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And for me, always be like kind of like in the middle,
Yeah.
but more in the party side.
Yeah.
I never was a good student, man. Never. Like for me, it's really hard to fucking sit on a classroom,
Yeah.
fucking pay attention for 1 hour and a half.
Yeah.
For me, it's not like I'm. Well, maybe I need to start like I need to do something right with my hands, or
Sure.
like I'm more practical because I come from the kitchen.
Yeah.
I come from the like before that I was doing some tools in the engineering school.
Yeah.
So I come from this practical thing.
Yeah.
So when I was in this last degree, we had to do housekeeping,
Yeah.
and I'd go like I was the best student in housekeeping. You don't study that shit.
Yeah.
You just work,
Yeah.
and that's because I had experience before
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and I think I want things that keep flowing. Like if you like the housekeeping has to have like this flow to keep working.
Yeah.
If you stop the washing machine,
Yeah.
you're not gonna have clean linen
Yeah.
or dry linen, and you're gonna have those linen for the housekeepers
Yeah.
to refill all the rooms and everything, right? So, and I think that's common sense, but
Yeah.
there is a lack
Yeah.
of it sometimes. And there's people like they want to do it like, of course, there's steps, but they want to do it like like it says in the book.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you need to think a little bit outside of the book sometimes.
Yeah.
So when start working in the industry, because that's why I was a chef,
Yeah.
because I like it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be behind the scenes. I didn't want to be outside. I didn't want to talk with people because I'm really bad at it. And I think sometimes I'm really bad. And then kind of like when the life forced me to be on that side, I realized that I was actually good. Like I had good customer service. I can explain the dishes because I know how to make it.
Yeah.
Then I start doing a bartender, and then bar manager, and then restaurant manager. And I like for me, like I remember Laura saying like, "Oh, yo, can you go and talk to them?" Like, why me? I don't know what's going on that table. Like, no, just go
Yeah.
because they're gonna love you.
Yeah.
And a little bit, it comes like, yeah, you have to be, you need to have a personality, right?
Yeah.
As well. Like you need to know, you need to be, you need to empathize with the customer. And there's some people that they really struggle with that. And I think for me, it's more like natural.
Yeah.
I connect with the people like faster,
Yeah.
maybe. Or the fact that I'm foreign, that I'm from Mexico and I used to work in a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
That's easy for me.
Yeah.
But when I used to work in this hotel in the city,
Yeah.
that was a little bit the same.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, like knowing two different languages,
Yeah.
it opens you the doors, right? The wall, basically. So if you're in a country that they only speak English,
Yeah.
and yeah, like maybe in this country specifically, maybe you're gonna have more Asian people
Yeah.
than Spanish speakers.
Yeah.
But it's always that 1-2% of the customers that they're Spanish that they don't speak English, right?
Gotcha.
So it's like another thing, like you connect with them
Absolutely.
because you speak the language, and then they give you a good review, or they say like, oh, this guy is so amazing because he knows the city or whatever.
Absolutely.
So kind of like there was many things that it happened after I finished school. During my internship and finished school and to get to Chula, that it helped me to realize that I was good talking with people. And I kind of like, if I know the subject a little bit, I can stand in front of a small group. I haven't done it with a big group, right? But with a small group and talk about like cocktails or talk about mezcal, I can do it now. And now that I've been doing this, I was like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe I can do it more often. Maybe I can help someone to set up a podcast or like work in a radio. I always want to be like to work in the radio, but I was like, I don't like my voice, you know.
You know what? No one likes their voice.
Yeah, I
But
think so.
fuck, man. Like, since starting recording these, maybe it's the microphones. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I always hated listening to my voice. And like, if I do this, if I take the earphones off and then I put them on, it's fuck. I don't know. I don't know if like I don't get a difference now. But like, so when we have the headphones on, we're listening to a recording of our voice, and it's coming into our ears. And when you talk to me, the sounds that you make, I'm receiving them and interpreting them through my ears.
Yep.
But when you speak, you interpret your own voice through the vibrations in your bones, in your muscles of your face.
Yep.
Not just the air.
Yeah. All right.
So if you block your ears and you speak, you'll still hear yourself because your the solids in your face are still vibrating, instead of like relying on the vibration in the air. And I think that's why it's so fucking weird listening to your own voice without hearing it through your face.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, man, like since doing this, fucking I don't know, since recording, maybe it's these mics, I don't know, man, but it's like it's not that bad. Like I can listen to my own voice now. Like I don't fucking cringe.
I will probably not listen to this podcast
Yeah.
because I don't want to listen myself. But and I don't want to be like, why did I say that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I'm
so
definitely not.
stupid.
But I can't fucking listen to this episode.
Yeah.
Like throughout, like after about like the first half hour, I was like, I realized I forgot everything, and I was like, I'm like, there's no way I can listen to this. But like, I can still experience this. Like, I can still talk and have this conversation. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like those people that they do a movie.
Yeah.
They don't watch it.
Yeah.
They don't see it.
Yeah.
They kind of know, like they know the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
They know how it starts, how it ends sometimes, but they don't want to see themselves,
Yeah.
which is really weird. And there's some people that they, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah.
They're really into the movie.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, right?
For sure.
I'm not in that industry, but I think it's quite similar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I think it's a bit more mental. Not mental. I mean, it's all fucking mental in the end. But like, the weird thing about your voice is that is like the vibrations through your skull. That's the fucking like physical thing that like fucks with you. But I totally like I cringe as well. Like seeing myself, like videos of myself. But I think more and more it's like it improves over time. This has definitely improved, like voice, but that's totally a thing with actors seeing themselves in movies.
Yeah. I don't know if I will be able to take an acting class. Maybe I'll do it just to see, just to prove myself,
Yeah,
or just to see if I'm capable to do it.
yeah,
Maybe, or maybe I will learn something from it
yeah,
for sure. But now that like I said, these little things that I was in a magazine once, just my picture,
yeah,
no article, no nothing, but it was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool that I can see myself outside of Facebook or Instagram,
yeah,
that someone else took the picture for me and put it in a magazine.
yeah,
I was in the TV twice. One just in the background. The first one, I was actually doing like a cooking
yeah,
show
yeah.
for like 15 fucking minutes.
Was that in Australia or Mexico?
No, man, that was in Mexico.
Oh, okay, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Here in Australia, I think there was a guy interviewed me a little, like really quick. It was a blogger, but still, I respect bloggers' job, right?
Yeah,
Like, I feel like it's very important,
yeah,
especially nowadays. And the other guy was a photographer.
yeah,
He took me a few pictures, and I was the face. Not the face. People say that I was the face, but because I was all over
yeah,
for this hotel,
yeah,
and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, me. I'm not tall. I'm not that. I don't have that stereotype of an actor or something. Like, you need to be like this. Like, maybe now it's more of like more open. You can be yourself.
absolutely. Yeah, for sure,
Like,
man.
you need to be yourself.
Absolutely.
You don't need to change. You don't need to be fucking. I don't know. You don't need to be American.
Dude, people
To be
like
in a picture.
authentic people.
Yeah.
Like and I totally get what you're saying as well. I feel like once upon a time, like you had to be a certain like not stereotype, but it's like you see someone and you're like, oh, they're like they could be an actor. They look like an actor or something. But man, I think there's been like a real sort of appreciation for just authenticity. Like I don't know. Lately, at least through what I consume.
Yeah.
It's not like my favorite podcast is like the host is like an ex like criminal.
Okay.
It's fucking like, and I just love hearing that because, and it's not like because he's a criminal. It's not because like what he's done or anything, but it's like it's fucked. But like once you go through shit, it's like, and like you've exposed yourself. Like you don't care. You'll just be yourself after that.
Yeah.
And like that's what I fucking love.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, man. I think now everything is different because now everyone has access to a computer,
Yeah.
to an internet, to a phone or camera,
Yeah.
so they can create content.
Yes, exactly.
Either the content is good or bad.
Yeah.
There's so much out there.
Yeah.
Before it was just the movies and that's it.
Yeah.
Magazines, video music, and performance, like a theater.
Yeah.
But now it's like after YouTube, like
Yeah.
when YouTube came out, you can see so many good shit, and the rest is basically shit.
Yeah. And it's
But it's there.
for sure.
It's there. Like someone create a content.
Yeah.
and they're not actors.
Yeah.
They just fucking probably like to do it, or they're good at it.
Yeah.
No, they realize that they can actually do like something in front of a camera.
Dude, that's it. Like, they realize that they can just do it. And, like,
Yeah.
I want to, like, I was going to bring this up, like, 10 minutes ago, but I think you're saying, like, you're like, oh, I feel like I can help a friend set up a podcast or this and that. It's like 70 years ago, if you wanted to, like, we live in this fucking period of, like, time where, like, if you've been to uni, I've been to uni.
Yep.
And, like, when I started uni, like, I had this idea in my head that you're not allowed to do anything unless you've, like,
Just study that,
yeah,
or
you had to, like, earn the right, so
Yeah.
to say, to do it. But it's like 70 years ago, if you wanted to do something, all you have to do is do it.
Yeah.
And, like, now that I've been, like, conditioned to, like, feel like I'm unworthy of, like, doing something if I haven't studied it or, like, prepared or this or that, like, it fucks with you a bit. And then until you get over that, it's hard to do stuff like this because, like, actually, man, it would have been, like, a bit under a year ago where I was like, I want to start a podcast. And, like, I'm only doing it now.
Yeah.
And, like,
That's
even though I used to say, like, I want to start a podcast, there's, like, a big part of me that was like, who the fuck am I to start a podcast? And, like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. And, like, just lately, I've been more okay with fucking up.
Yeah.
And I think that is a huge. I think that's what you need, and, like, I feel like that's what we've lost now. Like, having to go through uni and, like, that's just, like, the way things are. It's like, if you want to do this, you have to do this before you can do it. And it's like, back in the day, if you wanted something, you just do it, and you're probably gonna fuck up because, like, why not? It's like trial and error, right?
Yeah.
But there's this. I feel like uni being so popularized, it sort of deters you from doing that trial and error.
Yes, correct. So you can see, like, probably maybe 80% of the people who does cinema
Yeah,
or who paint,
yeah,
they were studying it
yeah,
and they fucking stop in the middle, or
Yeah.
they didn't finish
yeah,
because they say, like, fuck it, uni is not teaching me this. Or they always put that example of I think it's Mark Zuckerberg,
yeah,
and he did Facebook. He didn't finish uni, right? Or who else drops uni? Fucking don't remember who else, but someone like that, and they create a product, right? And there's people in like nowadays in uni, like, oh yeah, I want to be like that guy. Yeah, but what are you doing to be like that guy?
Yeah.
Are you doing something, or you just fucking going to uni and just sit there?
yeah,
If you're gonna do something, like, yeah, you fucking do it.
yeah,
And you can see many cases, like, there's people that they start doing during uni, and they're like, you know what, I think I'm better than this. It's not like you're gonna waste your time in university, but maybe you can skip that process,
yeah,
you know. Or at the end, university is something that you just need to tick off out of the box.
yeah,
You know, you're just like, okay, yep, done, just to have something. But you know that, yeah, of course, like, it helps a lot, especially with the connections or, like, your network. It really helps.
yeah. Yes, that's.
Or unless that you study in these prestige universities in Europe or America, somewhere else, and you're gonna continue your research in there. Yeah, maybe. You know, if you're gonna become a researcher or I don't know, a scientist. Yeah, I think it's worth it to keep studying in the same university or study
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah,
But I mean, if you're gonna do a movie, fucking just do it.
Fuck, man.
You know?
You're totally right, man. I've done like about 5 years of like study at uni for like filmmaking, and I haven't directed anything. Like I've helped people on their projects, but like I've not yet finished my own project. And dude, I mean, going to uni, it's like, and studying something like filmmaking, you're thinking like, all right, like this is like the blueprint for like what I want to do. But I'm thinking like, I know it's true, but if I didn't go to uni and I was like, and I wanted to be a filmmaker and study was not an option, I would have fucking made my own thing before 5 years. Like it would have taken me less time, right?
Yeah,
there
probably,
would have been like a fire under me that's like burning, and it's like I gotta move, like I gotta do something.
Yeah.
But uni makes you feel like, or at least for me, this is me. Like uni made me feel like, oh, Michael, you know what? You're doing something right now. You don't need to feel like pressured. You don't need to go out and make your film because you're technically studying. You're getting a degree.
Yeah.
But that's a lie. And like only now do I see the lie. And fuck, man, like meeting so many like backpackers and international students, and seeing them sort of earn their study, I have a much deeper appreciation for when study isn't so accessible. It's like if I wanted to, like I got a loan to go to uni.
Yep.
Now if I didn't get a loan, like I would have either had to work to get money to go to uni, or I would have had to just figure out how to be a filmmaker another way. But like, if I paid to go to uni to do filmmaking, 100% sure I would have done stuff by now. And on the other hand, if I didn't go to uni, 100% sure I would have made something by now. But because I just had it handed to me, I feel like I'm doing something, and it makes you feel like, I don't know, man. You don't really appreciate what you've got because you're not really earning it. You're just being given it.
Yeah.
And like, of course, now I still have a loan to pay, but so like I'm gonna earn it, but I feel like I lost a part of the process because I didn't earn it while I was doing it.
Yes, maybe. I think because you went to uni and you technically know how to make a movie, right?
Yeah.
Which you haven't done it
Yeah.
yet. But if you like, I'm gonna say exactly the same that you said. Like, if you wouldn't go to uni, you will have like, fuck, like I wanna be a director. I wanna make this, and maybe you had that money at that time. Like, you could have access to a camera, microphone, the basic equipment.
Yeah.
And you know what, guys? Let's make something.
Yeah.
Outside of fucking Woolies or Coles, like something quick.
Yeah.
And then like a short film or like a scene. But because you didn't go to uni, you have to do your own research.
Exactly.
Right? You have to fight for it.
Yeah.
And when you go to uni, you feel like very, very comfortable, and I can wait, or you can wait, or let's take our time. I don't know, man. It's not. I'm not saying that no going to university is better, but definitely you can see in people that they don't have access.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
To some studies.
Yeah.
And they really want to do it.
Yeah.
They do it.
Yes.
They work for it. They have access to some books or some equipment, some materials, and they do whatever they want to do. And the people that they go to uni because it's so easy, it was easy for them. They don't have that urge to make something. So yeah, kids, don't go to uni. Don't go to school. Don't study. It's a corporate thing. They want your money.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah. it's a bit cliche, but that's definitely, especially the thing is, especially in a country where you can get a loan
Yeah.
to go to uni. That's actually a thing. Like there's I've it's been ages, but like I've read of situations where like the courses that you could get a loan for, it's like the loans got stopped because the government realized that these places are just like, they're not really teaching anything. They're not teaching anything of value
Yeah.
to like the level of the degree, of the qualification that they're getting. They're just saying, here's a course for this much money, and like if you do the course, you get like this qualification. But it's like you haven't learnt anything. You just, it's like if I just opened a fucking school myself, it's like I'm not qualified to teach anything.
Yep.
But I'm handing out degrees. So it's weird how. Yeah, it's weird how that happens. I mean, like why wouldn't that happen? There's just this bigger market. There's more money in study, so it's like of course there's going to be. You're going to like studying is actually not that prestigious. It's not that what's it called? It's like supply and demand. Like you have like this level of knowledge, and you only had so many people that could have the opportunity. But now everyone's got the opportunity. It's like not only is that cheapen that level of knowledge, but it also dilutes like the like available knowledge, because it's not just like the best of the best studying and teaching. It's like everyone's studying and teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is easier now,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I appreciate it.
Man, I do appreciate it, but it's like I also look back and I'm like, man, I wish some things weren't so easy for me, because like
Yeah.
I would have become the person that I am a lot sooner.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I mean, look at me complaining for like getting loans to study.
Oh man, we should do like a short film.
Dude, I actually, if this fucking quarantine like lasts, like I already have an idea in my head to do something, and I'm thinking the three of us could just do it in the house.
I think we could.
Yeah, man.
Did you see how I managed the camera with the
I
videos?
did. Fuck, man. But actually, you have to star in this one.
Yeah.
You have to star.
Oh
in
no,
it.
no, I'm not.
No, yeah, you already said yes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Dude, if you can set up, if you can help your friends set up a podcast, you can star in that. We already went through this because you were telling me about like the Australian Western with like the Mexican. So it's like, dude, like we have to stop lying to ourselves. Like
Yeah.
maybe that is like it's like your version of like my uni. It's like
Yeah.
you're just lying to yourself. You're like, yeah, we'll do that later.
True.
we got to do something now.
Oh yeah.
Just like I was like, we got to record this podcast now. Like what's the time? It's like fucking like 9 o'clock, I think. I was like, fuck it, man. Like, there's a part of me that's like, if I don't ask Diego to record this podcast now, like, maybe I'm gonna not
Not
like,
do it.
we're not gonna do it on the weekend.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then there's like 5 more days before the next fucking opportunity to do it. So I was like, fuck it, man. Like, I'm not prepared. Like, and I'm fucking tired. That's the other thing, man. If 100%, if we did this podcast at like 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
like everything that I've been thinking of, I would have like.
Yeah, but like, I'm not saying that this is easy, right? Because it took you a little bit of money and time to set up.
Yeah.
But like now that I'm seeing it, like it doesn't take, like you don't need to travel
Yeah.
unless you bring in someone
Yeah.
here. But you just wake up and take a shower, have breakfast,
Yeah.
and start fucking recording.
Yeah.
Like once that is set up and like one is running, it's like I can see that it's so like no easy, but like it's like fuck it, I don't need to go to the office.
For sure.
Like this is your office now.
Yeah.
And if you make this like a living life, like to get money out of this or producing stuff or I don't know, man. Like you got it right.
Yeah. And dude, that's why I'm like actually recording the video
Yeah.
as well, because I not just for other people, but for myself. Like in 1 year, I want to see how much things have changed.
Yeah.
Like, and like I know the sound might not be the best, like, but I really stress over the sound. But like this room's fucked up. This room's a mess. there's egg fucking cartons on the wall. It's a mess, and like there's this like the reason that I didn't start a podcast like a year ago when I said I was gonna like I wanted to do it is because part of it is like I'm always waiting for things to be perfect.
No,
Like,
man.
yeah, exactly.
Don't wait. Like, it's the same, like, I mean, it's not the same probably, but like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah,
Are you waiting to get like enough money to do it?
yeah,
Are you waiting to be enough to have this a certain age? Like, it's like when, maybe it's a bad example, but marriage.
yeah,
When people are like, oh, no, no, you know what, let's weigh how our careers are going, or
yeah,
let's wait for kids, and let's wait to have a house. And like, what if that time doesn't come?
yeah,
You know, like, what if? So if you have kind of like the strength, the time, a little bit of money, and even if you don't have money, you're like, fuck it, you know, like, you've seen those stories, like people start doing something without money.
yeah,
You know, like that they have to borrow some stuff for friends.
yeah,
So like, why don't us?
yeah,
You know, like we have the opportunity to make it. Like now, people, I think there is a Mexican. I'm pretty sure that there is another movies, but there is this Mexican movie that they film it with iPhones.
yeah,
You know, like now people they can film a movie
yeah,
or something with an iPhone.
yeah,
Like now there's musicians that they have all the programs in the iMac,
yeah,
and they fucking do a pretty sick recording.
yeah,
So now like it's easier to make something.
yeah,
It's not easy to do it with a good quality or like
Yeah.
good content, but if you're a little bit smart and
Yeah.
you can create something original, yeah, it's pretty sick.
yeah.
You know, maybe you can invite one of your friends and I can help you hosting this podcast. I don't know.
Dude, absolutely. Like part of this is like I want to just talk to my friends as well, like in this sort of way, like we're doing now. And there's like other professionals that I want to like talk to in this sort of way as well. And like one of them is like a lady that works at the cinemas,
Yeah.
like the local cinemas. Like I just want to talk to her like this. But like if I see her, like we don't know each other that well. So if I'm like, hey, Selma, tell me a story, she's gonna be like, oh, what story, you know, blah blah blah. But if I'm like, hey, come on my radio show,
Yeah,
like she's gonna fucking tell me all the stories that she knows.
yeah, of course,
Right.
100%.
It's like, yeah, and I like that. I like this.
So yeah,
conversation.
what's in the boxes anyway?
Dude, they're all empty. This is just to make the sound of the room. Like, because if the boxes weren't here, the room would echo too much.
Yep.
So like the boxes and not just the boxes and like not the material, but like see how there's like a hole in here, and you know there's these little ridges.
Yep.
It's making the sound like disperse. So the walls are pretty fucking flat. So it's like if the sound hits, if my voice hits the wall, it's gonna bounce back.
Yep. Yep.
And like the thing is, sound has to keep bouncing to become silence.
Right.
So if the wall is flat, it's gonna bounce on the wall and it's gonna bounce off the wall. But if the fucking like this cardboard has like ripples on it, so when my voice hits it, it's gonna like bounce on itself. Do you know what I mean? It's not gonna bounce off because it's not straight. It's like this. So when it hits there, it's gonna hit there as well, and then it's gonna keep bouncing and like fading. So I mean the eggshells, it's very easy to see like how the sound's gonna disperse because there's like traps.
Well, actually, in that's the shape of the like a room recording, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for the music and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
It's just the cheap version.
yeah, it's good, man.
But fuck it, we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, man. What if you record this in like outside?
You know what? We absolutely could do that.
Okay.
But my fucked up head was like thinking like, no, that's a professional at the start, you know? And then I built this whole fucking room.
Yeah.
Like not built this room, but dude, I've been saving these boxes for like a year.
All right, I've seen.
Like, how fucked is that? Like,
No, I can see your effort now. So
yeah.
let's continue in here.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we should do one episode outside. Just
Like in the morning, like not that morning, but yeah,
the cat can come and like be on the podcast as well.
yeah,
The crows in the fucking backyard. Why not? Fuck it.
yeah, man.
I'm just right now. I'm just trying to copy like everyone else that's done it like before, like to their quality. But yeah, why not? Could want to have an outdoor podcast.
Oh, but that's pretty cool, man. I like it. I like being in this podcast and helping you.
Thanks, man. I really
No
appreciate
worries.
it as well.
Yeah,
And dude, I fucking knew that day that like your last day in Sydney, the one that was like a month ago. Or
oh,
whatever,
okay, yeah,
I remember saying like it's like you were leaving and I was like, we said goodbye and like I didn't really hug you. It was like a very half-hearted hug.
yep,
That's because I knew you weren't leaving because we didn't record the fucking podcast yet.
True.
Because in my head I was like, we're recording a podcast episode, and then you're like, oh, I'm leaving early. I was like, oh, okay, bye. But I didn't believe you. I fucking didn't believe you. So next time I'll fucking believe you.
yeah.
And it'll be like a real hug goodbye. But
Okay, cool.
yeah, that
I mean, I'm gonna be here until June probably.
yeah.
I just find out that there's no flights on May,
Fuck.
so we have the whole May to do a short film.
All right. Fuck yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start writing it, or like maybe we should do more than one short film. I've got one in my head though.
Okay.
We just filmed it in the house.
Yeah. Like you need to watch. Do you download Coffee and Cigarettes?
Yes, I downloaded it legally
Okay.
through legal
All right.
ways.
Like I have it in my phone anyway.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
You need to watch it
I need to watch it.
because probably there's a structure that your friend or you wanted to start it.
Yeah.
You know, just scenes
Yeah.
one place.
Yeah. I've written like two. I've written a script for a short film that like I shot, and like a feature film, and the short. It's funny because like I've had people read both of them.
Yep.
And for the short film, a lot of people said, "Hey, this reminds me of Coffee and Cigarettes. Have you seen Coffee and Cigarettes?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No," but it's fucked up when like so many people give you the same feedback, and it's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, maybe I'm doing something right," like or like.
Yeah, true.
Part of me also didn't want to see Coffee and Cigarettes before I shot the film because I was like, I don't want to copy them, and maybe I'm gonna copy them
Yeah.
Subconsciously.
Yeah,
You know?
true. Can be. But it's not a bad thing you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be, but
I feel like I just don't have that like strength of what's it called? Like I don't have like a defined style yet.
Okay.
So like I don't want to be exposed too much right now because not right now, but like at least then it's like, hey man, this thing is like sort of in style to like this. It's like fuck, I don't want to watch it now because like I don't want to subconsciously steal things from it.
yeah.
Like it's like if I got this, I'm out by myself. Like
right.
I want to do it and see my version of that after it's done. Like I
Yep.
don't want to cheat, but like it's pretty much done now. Like I have nothing left to do on it. So yeah, I'd love to watch it. Yeah, that's my point.
So when are you gonna be ready? Your the film that you the bench.
So coincidentally, like this morning, I gave like the final like feedback notes for the edit. It's been so fucked because when we started like so right before we were gonna start editing, there was this weird thing where it's like the format we shot in was like not compatible to be transcoded or some shit for like the software we wanted to use.
Okay.
But then once we figured that out, it took us ages to figure that out. Once we figured it out, there was like the software got updated so that it works. So that was one fucked up thing. And then we started editing, and then like there was like this month, you know, the Christmas holidays.
Yep.
Everyone's like a bit more free if you're not working hospitality. And I got sick for like the whole fucking holidays. So like that
Sucks.
time where I was gonna like see the editor and like work with him like closely, I was like, fuck, I couldn't do shit. And then after that, we slowly started getting it together, and then we went out to like shoot this like last piece of the film, but then the fucking coronavirus hit,
Yep.
and the cameraman had the fucking footage, and the editor didn't. But like we couldn't fucking meet up anymore. And it was fucked because like the cameraman was sick as well. So I'm like, shit, man, like we can't take the hard drives and take it to the editor. But we couldn't fucking upload it to the internet either because it was like 200 gigabytes
Okay.
for like, we only needed to have like 10 seconds of footage, 15 seconds of footage, but it was like 200 gigabytes to like sift through it all. To like let the editor play around with it. So that fucking delayed us as well because
Fuck.
the same thing happened again where it's like the footage initially didn't work because of the fucking like software, but then it got updated right after we uploaded like a shitty version to the internet. So yeah, it's been like just fucked up thing after fucked up thing, but like we're close to the end of the edit, and then we've got to do sound design, and then we've got to do like color grading.
Who's doing the editing? A friend of yours?
Yeah, a friend of mine. Yeah, he's done heaps of editing, and like I think I could have done it myself, but like I always like I've had it in my head that I want to work with my friends like for
correct.
so long, and like this like Samson has done so much editing, like that's been his thing after we left uni. He's been editing like short films and commercials and this and that. So it's
sick.
like I want him to edit my fucking short film because like that's what he does.
Yep.
Like so.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, when Laura was telling me like, oh, I'm not working this weekend because I'm gonna go and help Michael to film this thing, I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. And then I asked her like, oh, what's it about? Like, oh, it's just these guys. I think it's a guy and a girl, right?
Yeah.
Sitting on a bench, just talking about like how he's in love of her or something.
Something like that.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm just listening to my story. Like, probably you don't need to like write something. You should ask me and just go there and talk to you about like, you know, like her story, like your story.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened to all of us, but that specific one
Yeah.
is like, fuck, it was just happened to me last weekend.
Fuck, man.
That is-
it's really yeah, it's a, like obviously like with regards to preparation, like I definitely over prepared.
Yeah.
Like A, because I was scared, and B, because like so while I haven't done my own projects, I've always helped people on their projects as like a producer.
Yeah.
So, but like the thing is when you're producing like independent things, not independent I should say, but like let's say student level films, you're not really the boss. But like if you're a producer in Hollywood, you're the fucking boss. Like you tell everyone what to do.
Yeah.
But when you're produced on student films, it's like you're getting told what to do. So when you say, hey Michael, this is how we're doing, this is how I'm gonna make my film, I'm like, all right, you're the boss. Like it's your film, it's your money. I have to listen to you. But like I'm gonna do all the, what's it called? Like not like the heavy lifting, but like I'm gonna do all the boring stuff.
Yeah.
So I would listen, and then there would be issues, like with what you're doing. But it's like I'm not gonna tell you what to do on your film. But if I did, we would avoid those issues. And because I went through so many issues, like when I finally went to do my film, I was like, I'm gonna be so fucking prepared.
Yeah.
Like I so fucking prepared. Like I planned to shoot over 4 days, and we shot everything in 1 day, like because we had to. But also, the thing is, like I was so fucking prepared that even though we lost 3 days, we got not everything done. Like, but the thing is, when we had to start cutting shots,
Yeah.
like it took me like 2 minutes to cut all the shots that weren't 100 that we could lose.
Yeah.
As like I wanted every shot that I planned, but I knew exactly what to get rid of, like that. And because of that, like we were able to fucking get it done to like a level where I feel like we don't have to do it all over again. So that's one thing. Like I wanted to be super prepared.
Yeah.
But the other thing is with regards to like the personal experiences. I worked with my friends, not like real actors. I worked with friends,
Friends, yeah.
and it's one of them. I knew that they can relate to the story, not just with not like they've gone through it, but if I say, hey man, remember that time where like we were having that conversation as I was explaining this and that. It's like that film. Like everything that I was explaining is like it's in the film. Like so you have to pretend to be like. Remember how hard it was for me to like explain my feelings to you? Like you have to take on those feelings now. So it's like they already knew.
Okay.
Like I knew that they could relate because we had already gone through something like that. And then another friend, it just so happened that they could fucking coincidentally relate. Like I just knew them well enough that I could find something in their life to make them relate to the story. Right. So because I had that personal relationship, I was able to pull shit from their lives where I could like relate it to the story and be like, this is how you gotta think and feel and react. So yeah, I had both aspects, I guess. Yeah.
Like when you were like directing that, were you also like holding the camera? No.
No.
Have you done it before?
Like hold the camera?
Yeah.
No, actually, that's the only thing I've never done. I've done every other thing,
Yeah.
except for that because basically I was just too scared to do it. Even though you learn about it in uni,
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, I fucked up. Can we start again? And like, you can fuck up very easily.
I didn't press rec.
Dude, exactly. Like I've done that before for my own shit. Like when you
Yeah.
work by yourself, I've done that. But when there's 10 other people,
Did you press rec now? Is it recording?
you know what? I think I did. No, I definitely did.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I didn't want to have that stress, that pressure.
Yeah.
So I just never like. And the thing is, if you don't learn it at the start, like I've been doing it for, like I did it 5 years in uni and I never did it once. If you don't learn it at the start,
It's hard to.
and you don't feel confident at the start, imagine how you're going to feel in 5 years when you don't know anything.
Yeah, true.
So camera was the one thing I never did. And that's why I actually started doing photography, because I wanted to stop being scared of the camera. Like that was part of it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I know some directors, they do their own photography, right?
Yeah.
Like they hold the camera and shit.
Yeah.
Or maybe for some scenes.
For sure. Yeah.
So maybe not the whole thing, but
Some of them hold the camera.
yep.
So the job is like cinematographer or like director of photography. But technically, you don't need to hold the camera to do that job.
Yeah, right.
You just need to fix the lighting and plan the camera. But you don't have to hold the camera in the end. But most of them do, but not all of them. So it's like sometimes there'll be a cinematographer. They'll organize everything, and then the director will hold the camera
Okay.
in the end. Or sometimes the director will be the cinematographer as well. They organize the lighting, the actors, and the like actually hold the camera. So it's you pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like you can be when you're the director, you can be as involved as you want to be. Like you can do everything, or you can just do one thing, which is work with
Fucking
actors.
direct.
Yeah, that's it. So it's really up to you.
When you are, because something that I really want to experience. But I'm guessing in school or as a director,
Yeah.
do you learn like how to act a little bit?
In film school.
Yeah, in the film school.
Not
Because how can you ask someone like, hey, can you represent this feeling?
really. Okay.
Or can you do this? Or I want this.
Yeah.
But if you haven't acted before,
Yeah.
or if you haven't performance before, or if you don't know how to ask how someone do it for you,
Yeah.
like how is
Okay. So I actually did take one directing class where it was all about working with actors.
Okay.
And we learnt stuff like that. But it's been so long that I've forgotten. But I have the distinct memory of learning different techniques of working with actors and communicating with them and all this shit. So there's one thing. Another, like I've done another class as well, directing, but we didn't really learn that stuff. To be honest, we didn't really learn that much actually. We just did our own research and presented, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But fucking going back to a lot of what we've been saying, how I learnt to direct is like by watching other directors that I've worked with. Like I've seen them make mistakes. I've seen them like have disagreements with actors.
Yep.
I've like heard actors like talk behind their back about them after. So that's the benefit of what I did, which was producing other people's shows.
Yep.
I got to learn from everyone else's mistakes before I made my own. And like I'm sure I made my own, but if I'm honest, like watching what we shot of my short film, I think my actors did like a really fucking great job. And I'm not gonna say it's because of me, but we were able to work together and get to that. And a lot of that was me not fucking it up. And I've seen a lot of directors fuck it up. And I've probably, there's only been one guy I've worked with where I was like, I really like his style of like how he works with the actors. And everyone else has been like, either it's like, they say action and they're like, yeah, whatever, let's keep going. Or they, they have just like a breakdown of communication. Like, either A, they're not talking to the actors properly, or like B, they're not sort of respecting like what they have to go through. And another thing was, if I'm fucking honest, which was me being prepared.
Yep.
I like, there's a really good friend of mine that's an actor as well, and I told him, hey, can you come and like rehearse with me? Like, this role's not for you, but I actually need you to teach me how to work with actors. So he just did me the favor of like reading the script like with Loda.
Yep.
And then I would say, hey man, like I want you to do this. How do I communicate that?
Right.
And then he would fucking teach me how to talk to actors, essentially. But with that said, like I'm not even working with actors. I'm working with my friends for this film.
Do you think that is a little bit related as the manager? Do you know? The director is the manager, right? Not really.
No, it's great. It's a gray area. You can be the manager if you want.
Okay.
But you can also just not be.
Not be.
Really, the producer's the manager. But let's say, like Robert Rodriguez.
Yep.
He would fucking probably be the manager, even if he's not producing, he's still the manager because he knows everything.
Yeah,
and
right.
He's like, maybe when he's working with the actors, he's thinking about the music as well because he's a composer, and he's thinking about the editing because he's an editor. So he has that in his head. So when he's working with the actor, he's not just getting the performance, but he's assembling the movie in his head, and he's getting the performance for the final product. Whereas, fuck man, I don't know, but like most likely I'm trying to think of a really big budget fucking movie.
Avatar, maybe.
Maybe Avatar. I'm not sure because I don't really know James Cameron's like work style, and I don't know if he edited it. But let's say hypothetically, like Avatar's like a huge movie.
Yep.
I mean, it is a huge movie, but let's say there's like a movie just like it, but it's not Avatar and it's not James Cameron. It's a movie just like it. The director can't do everything.
Yeah, correct.
So, and here's the other thing. If it's the director's project, then they can do as much as they want. But if it's a producer's project, like I said, like in Hollywood, the producer's the boss and they hire the director, maybe they're just hiring them with the understanding that all they're going to do is direct actors. And they're not going to take more control. Like, they're not going to have editing control. They're not going to have... They might have a bit of music control.
Yeah.
But they're not going to make the project theirs. They're going to come to do a job, which is work with actors, and that's it.
So maybe a good example will be Episode 8 from Star Wars.
Yeah.
That is... It wasn't... What's the name of the director? Ron Howard?
Ryan... Oh, no, that was Solo. Ron Howard was Solo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But Ryan Johnson, Episode 8?
Episode 8.
Yeah.
that it was, he's the director, but it's more like the producers of the
Yeah.
film company.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucasfilm.
I feel like that one was a bit of both, because I know he made a lot of creative decisions,
Okay.
but also he was bound by the producer's creative decisions as well. So I think that was like a bit more half and half.
All right.
And he definitely, I really don't think, like, I can't check it right now, but I don't think he edited that film. So that automatically is like, when you're there, it's like your job is just on that day. But if you're editing, you're thinking about your job later as well.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about just a day.
Right.
You're thinking about how it's going to come together. You're not thinking about that one moment. Yeah.
So basically, it depends of the project and how big you want to be, or if you're
Absolutely.
involved, or if it's someone else's money.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Michael, for coming to my show.
Dude, I was going to fucking say that. You got me. Oh, man. Thank you for having me, man. I always wanted to be interviewed. Actually,
Yeah, no. Like we were looking forward to having a director here in this studio.
Dude, I'm
Agave, this is Agave Productions.
Dude, I love it. I love it.
See that little agave plant over there?
Oh my god, it's great, dude. It's always been like I've never been interviewed before, so
Do you like it? My interview?
yeah, man.
It was like 2 or 3 questions. That's it.
Yeah, but like I've been waiting to say them all my life, so it's like I've had them in the bank of my brain.
But the next podcast maybe can be the other way around.
Yeah,
Maybe we can discuss more about like your projects,
yeah, dude. Like that's
something like that.
for sure. Like now we have the opportunity. Like
Yeah.
there's 3 of us in the house. We can't really go out. Like,
True.
I'm not gonna have an opportunity to do podcasts like this again. So
You know what? Next podcast, I should do the interview. Like maybe not me, but like
no,
because you and Laura, you guys, they were together in a film,
yeah.
so we can talk about it.
Okay.
Maybe I can do my own questions.
Okay. Fuck.
I don't know.
Dude, you're gonna make me look bad. You're gonna do more research than I
No,
do.
like because there's an industry that I really want to know.
All right.
I want to learn,
Yeah, let's do
because I like it.
Let's do it.
I don't know. Well, there you go. That's the next content.
All right, man. You gotta. Okay, we'll wrap things up, but you gotta like. Who's our sponsor for today?
Oh, for today,
Yeah.
it's Tequila Herradura.
Herradura.
Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for Tequila Herradura for sponsor us.
Oh man. Fuck yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks everyone. We'll wrap that up. Thank you for joining us on the first episode of whatever this podcast is called. Fuck, we did a solid 2 hours. That's pretty good.
It's basically two. This podcast was like
Yeah.
2 episodes, like 2 subjects, something like that.
It was, but it's also I started off a bit like awkward, but then we got into it, and then we actually had the conversation that I was like imagining. It just wasn't completely about bartending.
You need to loosen up a little bit.
I need. You know what? It's. I think I could have done it if it was like in the morning.
Yeah.
But like I said, I fucking just wanted to do this. I just wanted to get it out of the way because I've been thinking of this for too long. And if I don't just get it out of the way and fuck it up, like I'm never gonna improve. So
Yeah, no, that's fine, man.
yeah, thanks for bearing with us while I improve everyone.
That's all right, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We can't afford music yet, but we'll get there.
But if you just put a few seconds of the song,
Yeah.
I think you will be able to do it.
Yeah, I know.
I think so.
That's true. I'm just trying to make it now. I'm trying to make it look bad on purpose, like, so I can. The worse it is now, the more I improve later.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Fuck.
Don't delete it.